is Sam.
And this is Kylie.
And welcome to another episode of Two Peas Potting, our podcast filled with bookish banter with a side of judgment. Sometimes, some days a little bit more than others.
You gotta have that razzle-dazzle, though.
Yeah, that good old razzle-dazzle. But today we're going to take a little bit of a different route. Kylie and I have both been in a very significant reading slump.
Oh my god.
Lately, so we don't have books that we've both read to talk to you about. But we do have some upcoming releases that we're very excited about. And we want to talk about some of the series that we have read that have also been turned into like movies and TV series, or are going to be turned into movies and TV series, like The Housemaid that we talked about a few episodes ago. And ones that we're excited for.
And if you want to know more about that, you can go back to the Housemaid episode. I believe it's in part 1.
I think so. We went in, we ended up looking up the characters and who were playing who, and I'm excited for that one. I think that's going to be a really good movie.
December of this year, guys. That's when The Housemaid comes out.
Yeah, it comes out on Christmas, which is hilarious.
It is hilarious for that movie to come out on Christmas.
I might be going out to the movies on Christmas. Don't put it past me.
I've done that one year. I did it when one of the Star Wars movies came out on Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah, that was the first one of the new trilogy, right?
Yeah, me, my brother, and my parents all went to see it. That's what we did for Christmas that year.
Hey, that's great. Go get some popcorn, take your pajamas.
It was awesome.
Wear your pajamas, take a blanket.
Mind you, yes, it was also very pre-COVID.
Yeah.
When things were, I think it was the last normal year, actually.
Maybe.
Like before things got weird. Wasn't it 2016 that movie came out or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. 16 or 17.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, so we just thought we'd take a different approach with everything today. Yeah. I'm excited.
Me too, because these are books that I'm actually excited to read, because currently there's nothing on my shelf that I'm excited to read. So I need this in my life.
And it be like that sometimes. This is why book people buy new books. Sometimes what's on your shelf just doesn't look enticing to read, and so you go out and buy a new book.
But then the problem is with that, I buy books, and then I get home and I'm like, I don't really feel like reading this.
Yes. And you know what? We're going to have an episode about our book buying habits. Just so you can, get to know us better, I guess.
Oh, yeah, those.
But yeah, our reading slump is bad. We've both only read 2 books this month, which is unlike us.
Honestly, the last 2 months have been, in June, I only read 1 book. And then this month I only read...
You've been fighting a book slump for a while this year.
I really have. I think after I did all those ARC reads, I was just so ugh. And I think the biggest problem for me is I was so excited about the new Emily Henry book. So I was putting it off because I'm like, normally when an Emily Henry book comes out, I sit down and read the whole thing in a day. And so I was like, okay, I have to wait. And June was just so jam-packed. I'm like, okay, the first week of July, I'm going to have all the time to myself. I can just sit down and read this whole book. And that book fucking sucked. Pissed me off.
You've had a hard one. You've had hard ones with your ARC reads, the past few months.
I mean, I had some good ones. I had a lot, the ARC reads that I had, they were good. But when you get 5 at one time and they're both due within, the same 2 weeks of one another, that's a lot.
That would put me in a reading slump.
And I also have another ARC read that I need to read.
See, I've signed up for ARC reads, but no one ever gets back to me. And if they do, I think it goes to spam or something. I'm not sure.
The problem is, that was my problem. Because you sign up for them and not all of them tell you when they're going to send them. So back in May, when I had signed up for a bunch of them, I had signed up for them from January to March. So I didn't think they were all coming out at the same time, and they all were the same freaking release date. So that's when I had 5 at one time.
That's hard.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I got one. Cool. Oh, I got another one. Oh, they're due 2 days from each other. Oh, I got another one. Oh, that one's due the next week. Oh, I got another one. Oh, that one's also due the same week. So I had a lot of reading to do.
It's so hard.
And especially 2 of them were fantasy books and 2 of them were romance books. So I had to read the fantasy book, then read the romance to give me a little bit of a break, and then read the fantasy book. And one of the fantasy books I didn't even finish. I just couldn't get into it. So I DNF'd it.
That's fair.
But yeah, I know. I really want to get out of my reading slump. And I'm hoping these books that are coming up will get me out of it.
All right. Well, what book releases are you excited for the remainder of this year? Because there's been a lot that have come out that have been great, that you and I have both been really excited about.
Like The Hunger Games.
Oh my gosh,
that one was so good. The hype for that one.
Storm was one of them.
Oh yeah, I forgot that came out this year because it was like feels so far away.
It doesn't feel like it came out this year. It was like in January, so it's like
end of January. Yeah, that was one that I was super excited for.
So was I. I was excited for that. Obviously, Hunger Games. I was super excited about that one. And I loved the book. The book was great. I'm excited for the movie.
I'm definitely gonna have to reread that one before the movie comes out.
But yeah, those are some of the releases that have come out. And so what are the ones that you're excited about?
I think my top one that I'm excited about is The Primal of Blood and Bone. That one comes out the 23rd of September. That's book 6 in the From Blood and Ash series. And that's the book series. So when I got back into reading and I audiobooked ACOTAR, that was the first series that I sat down and physically read afterwards. And like my hype was up because I was like, oh my gosh, ACOTAR, like I never really had read that much fantasy at all. And then everyone was like, oh, read ACOTAR, and I audiobooked it and I liked it. And so that was like kind of like my gateway drug back into reading. And I picked up the From Blood and Ash series and I loved it. I was flying through those books until the 5th book. And I have Major B.
Read that series.
Don't read the 5th book. It's garbage. It sucks so bad. And I was like, I'm never going to read one of her books ever again, blah, 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 because it was just a POV of book 1 from his point of view. And I was like, no, like so much in the story had happened, and like a big pivotal piece happens at the end of the 4th book. So you're going into the 5th book like, okay, we're going to find out what happens. And then you're like, what? Why are we back at book 1? I don't care. I don't care what happened in book 1. I care about what happened now.
So none of what happened in book 4 relate over to book 5?
A little bit. Like, very minuscule. I kept reading the book because I'm like, okay, it's going to give me something. It's going to give me something. And I was like, I had probably like 80 pages left. I'm like, Blaine, look up what happens in the rest of this book. Like, do I have to finish reading this stupid fucking book? And I didn't, because it didn't tell you anything.
Okay.
I mean, I finished reading it because I had to make sure for myself.
Yeah. Well,
like the very last chapter of the book. The very last chapter of the book, something happens, but then it's still like nothing is resolved. It's just a cliffhanger. And I was like, there's no more books? And I thought she was done with the series. And then I saw this book announced, and I looked it up, like, and I read the synopsis before getting excited, because I'm like, I swear to God, this is another, like, POV, because she does have another series, because this series is like vampires and like gods and stuff, and the other series she has is about these gods, like the god of death and all these other things. And so I was like, is it another book for that series or for the series that I read? And it is a continuation. Like, we finally find out what happens to her, and I am very excited. Like, I want to reread it because
book 6 picks up where book 4 left off.
Yeah, so I'm so excited. And the characters in that book are so good. And just the story is so good.
Okay, well, I'll have to add that to I think it's already actually added to my list.
I think I've convinced you many a time before.
Yes, you have. One of these days, I will knock out my TBR, but...
Will never.
It's not anytime.
I will never. Because I put too many things on it.
Buying books?
Yeah. See, my physical TBR versus my TBR on Goodreads, I might eventually be able to do my physical, but my Goodreads one, no.
Yeah. So, okay, yeah, yes. The physical one, I think I can accomplish, because I'm trying to. It's not that far-fetched of a goal. I want to read every book I have in my bookshelf. I've read the entire middle row of my bookshelf.
Actually, I don't even think I'll ever be able to finish my physical, because I'm like looking around, I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Well, I mean, there's like your reading goal right there.
45.
Are most of the books in your room to be read books?
45 of them. I have way more than 14. Because this whole top shelf, 1, 2, oh, no, there's 46. There's one hidden. Oh, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 50. No, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Please hold while Sam is counting.
No, because all these, there's over like 100 that I've read.
Okay, well, that's good.
And some of these books, like, I haven't read this copy of them, but I've read them before.
Yeah, I get that.
And some of these books, like, okay, and some of these were given to me, and they weren't books that, like, I had wanted, but they're like, here, like, I'm getting rid of these books, I like them, you should read them. And I'm like, sure. So they weren't books that I was, like, actively seeking out, but they're like, oh, maybe.
That's true. I contributed to that, for at least 1.
3, 4.
The Boyfriend's the only one that I sent you based off of my recommendation. The other books I got you were on your list.
That's true. That's true. But I didn't actively go get them right now.
That's true.
Because I knew I had too many. And I'm adding 4 more at some point this year. But yeah, very excited for that one. And I'm also excited for Brigands and Bread Knives. That one comes out in November. That's book 3 of the Legends and Latte series.
I haven't heard of that.
Oh, I haven't read them yet, but I have the first one. And it's like a fantasy, like, I believe they're LGBTQ. You've seen them. I know you have. This is the special one.
Okay. Yeah, I recognize that cover. Yeah. Okay. Those are LGBTQ ones?
I think this one is. Legends and Lattes is.
Nice.
But.
Love that. Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah. So, I want the next one, but I want them all in these covers.
Alright. It's like our mission to find the OG Harry Potter covers.
I know, I need book 4.
I need 4 books in the OG Harry Potter, but I'm trying to convert them all into hardcover. Because I have all of them in the old covers. They're just mixed around between hard and soft cover.
Let me know which ones you need in hardcover. Do you by chance have book 4 in paperback?
Hang on.
That's the only one I'm missing. Do you have book 4 and book 7 in paperback?
I actually, 1, 4, and 7 are the hardcovers.
Damn it! Because I was going to say, my book 7 is hardcover, but I need it in paperback.
Okay, my book 7 is hardcover, but it doesn't have the book cover on it.
What? Mine is real fucking beat up.
Yeah.
Mine is real fucking beat up.
Oh my god.
It was from the library. That's why.
That'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it.
But
I think I found mine at a thrift store or something. I don't know.
I don't even know how I got this one. I don't even know how I came across this one. This is from Fairfax County Public Library, Virginia. I don't know how the fuck I came across this book, but I did.
Well,
and it's mine now.
It's got a story.
Yeah, it does.
What other books you got on your list of upcoming releases?
So the 2 that I'm very excited for, they're of the same series. So the first one, it's for the Lightlark series. So the first one, it comes out the 30th of September. It's called Dueling Crowns, and it's a dual POV book.
Ooh.
So, and the way the book is, so like, this is the front cover of the book, right? So it stops halfway through. So half of the book is one person's POV, and the other half of the book is a second. So if you read it this way, it's one person's, and then if you flip it the other way, it's the other. And like, the art cover on it is chef's fucking kiss.
Dude, I love when books do that, when you can flip them and it's like a totally different point of view.
Yeah, so like one side is like sunny and bright, and the other side is like black and gray and like moody. I'm so excited for that one. And then book 4 of that series, Crown Tide, Alex Astor just like announced its release like a couple weeks ago, and that comes out December 2nd, which I'm also very excited.
Is 3 like a filler book of that series because it's a dual POV?
So technically, okay, so 1, 2, and 3 have already came out. So Lightlark, Nightsbane, and Skyshade. The Dueling Crowns book is like a filler book, and then book 4 is Crown Tide. So she has technically 5 in the series, but this one is like,
so it's like
it's a dual POV of like books, I think 1 and 2.
Okay, so it's like one of those, like in Frida McFadden's The Housemaid, how there's like 1, 2, 2.5, and 3, so it's like that?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. I need to read that series too. I have Lightlark on my bookshelf.
Read it right now. That will get you out of your reading slump. I guarantee it. I flew through that book. It's like fantasy meets Hunger Games.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
It's amazing. And the characters are just, and the plot twist is just, so good. There's not enough good things I can say about that book.
You know what? That's good to know. I like to hear that, though.
And that's my problem, I think. I think that's why I'm in a reading slump, because I just want to reread those books.
I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing to reread some books. It still counts to a reading goal, right?
That's true.
All right. Well, I only have, 2 book releases that I'm excited about. One has no date because she just announced very recently that she's coming out with it. At least I don't think there's a date for it.
What is it?
The ACOTAR 6.
Oh. I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't think that there's any release knowledge. We just know that she's writing it. And I'm excited for that because, I don't know. Reading the ACOTAR series. Oh my god, is it?
I'm pretty sure. Or Elaine.
It might be both. What if they're... I have feelings about that.
I don't want them to be together. People are speculating late 2025 or early 2026.
Late this year? That's incredible.
I think that's too fast. I'm gonna guess late next year or 2027.
That's what I would assume is next year or the year after. And by me saying if it was late this year is incredible, meaning that would be really fast for her to produce that movie or that book. Because we've all seen those books. They're not small besides the
Well, I hope her writing improves.
I hope it's not as long as Silver Flames was, because that was
too much. Or as long...
That was a big book.
I've heard very mixed things on the Crescent City series, and I've heard they are too fucking long.
The third book of the ACOTAR series will forever be my favorite one.
That one is very good. But I don't know, I think I wish I was more excited about it.
Well, okay. My excitement is I just am excited to see how the series might actually end, because there was really no clear ending in Silver Flames.
That's true.
It was just the end type of thing, you know?
That's true.
It's
I don't know. In my opinion, I don't feel I don't know. Silver Flames did not feel a part of the same series to me.
No, it didn't, and I agree with that. And that's why it felt kind of like it was just the end type of story. It ended, and it could have ended at that book entirely, you know, or it could have continued.
Yeah.
Which is I feel that was a good ending, I guess, in a sense. You can continue it, but also
I don't know.
Is that really
I feel 1, 2, and 3 is a trilogy, and then they have the novella, and I feel the 5th book, Silver Flame, I think that is its own book, and then I feel I don't know, if she wanted to, she could do Silver Flames with Cassian and Nesta. She could do this next book with Elaine and Azriel, because I guarantee you that's where she's fucking going with it, and then Lucian gets a book. And that could be a trilogy.
Yeah, it could. Yeah. They're the 5th one felt like it was a part of an interconnected series.
Yeah.
Where it's you don't necessarily need to read all the other ones, but they're the same characters. You'll meet,
same world. Yeah.
That's part of the Sugar Lake series that I've been reading. That I just finished the 3rd book a week ago. It took me 3 weeks to read. Has nothing to do with the book being bad. I'm just in a reading slump. But that series that I'm reading, they're interconnected. They're all the same characters, just a different storyline each time.
It's the Knock 'Em Out series with the Things We Leave Unfinished. They're all in the same world, but they're different characters in the same series. Yeah. I could see that. I don't know. It makes me sad that I feel just so over her writing. I just feel there's so many better authors out there. And she was great to get me back into reading. Thank you for that. But now we need to move on. That's I feel that's how Colleen Hoover is too. She's the intro into romance, and then you find better.
I can definitely see that, because I liked a few of her books starting out, and then I slowly got over her books pretty fast also. I think Verity was the last book of hers that I enjoyed.
It's on my shelf. I haven't read
it. But then the other book release that yours truly is very excited about, it won't come to anybody's surprise because I talk about her all the time. Miss Frida McFadden is coming out with another new book.
What?
Again.
A Freedom McFadden book that Kylie is excited about.
I'll let you know. This is going to be, I think, her second book that was released this year because she came out with The Tenant earlier this year. And I have that on my shelf. I haven't read it yet, but I have it. And then the next one is The Intruder that I'm really excited about. It comes out October 7th of this year. The book cover itself, it's like the sprayed edges. It looks so cool. And like I tried to enter to win an autographed book by her, but I didn't get it.
No!
I would die. Like
Rita, if this comes across your page, Kylie would literally pass away.
You could write a book about me.
But with a really good plot twist.
Oh. Yeah. Like something about a fan. It could be something about a fan that dies. That's me.
I'll haunt you.
Oh. But yeah, so there's not too many books I'm super excited about. I think all the excited books, or all the books I was excited about, already came out this year.
Yeah.
Like, they were pretty early on, you know?
Yeah, so, a lot of them, like, a lot of the ones I was excited about also came out, because, like...
Yeah.
Onyx Storm,
The Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games, the Emily Henry book, Caught Up, book 2 of the Lights Out.
Caught Up.
Those already all came out. Well, and, like, the Primal of Blood and Bone was supposed to come out in June. And it got pushed back to September.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was also very excited. I think that's also what put me in my reading slump for June, because I was like, okay, I'm going to read this book and I'm going to be so excited about it. Now I have to wait. What the heck, Jennifer?
Well, you get to be more excited now because you're like, you can look forward to it, you know?
Well, now I have time to read the series again.
That's true.
Prior.
I should just start doing that with Lightlark at this point.
No. You'll be done with it well before December 2nd. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I finished those books in days.
True. You know, okay, I think part of... Wait, what?
The only reason it took me so long to read the second book is because I knew I was getting the third one for Christmas, so I had to, like, ration it out. I did. I went to Blaine. I'm like, am I getting this for Christmas, or can I go buy it? He's like, you can't go buy it. I'm like, okay, well, then I can't read this book yet.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. But, yeah. I think part of what contributed to my reading slump was, not long after I got out of the hospital, I just started, to watch a show called Vanderpump Rules, and it's just kind of ruled my life.
It's ruled your life?
It really has. It really has. No pun intended. It just has.
See, I've been
working.
Yeah, that's fair. See, I've been in I need to rewatch Demon Slayer before the movie comes.
Well, yeah, see, I started doing that again yesterday, too. I completely forgot I was in the entertainment district with that, but I'm not mad. That's one of my favorite arcs.
There are some things that I've, like, forgotten. I was like, oh, how did I not catch that the first time? Like, there was something that Blaine didn't even catch, and this is, like, his third time watching it through.
I think it's, like, my third time, too. And I didn't start that long ago, so, well, longer than you, but, like, still, it's within the past 2 years that I started watching Demon Slayer.
Yeah,
but
so good.
Yeah.
I mean, that also counts. That's like a manga, so that's a book adaptation to...
It is a book, yeah. Which, I don't know what I'm going to do when Demon Slayer's over.
I'm going to be real upset about it. It's okay, we still have a long time, because we have this movie, and then we have to wait 2 years for the next one, and then 2 years for the next one after that.
I know. We got plenty of time. But yeah, those are all the releases I'm excited about.
Those are good ones, and I guarantee you more are going to come out, and that we're going to be like, oh, I'm so excited! Yeah. I'm just glad there's books that I'm excited to read, because I currently feel zero excitement to read anything.
I completely understand. This is the first reading slump I've had in a long time.
I feel like mine have been more and more frequent. Like, last year, I was in such a bad one after reading Throne of Glass. And then, like, now
I entered a little one last year as well, but there was a reason why I wasn't reading last year. And I think it was The Summer I Turned Pretty is what brought me back. That series.
That was a good TV show.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Which leads us to our next topic, is book to movie or TV show adaptations that, you know, we're excited to see happen or that have already happened. The Summer I Turned Pretty is one that I really want to watch. I've seen the commercials for it. I forget.
It's good.
I need to start putting, like, Post-its everywhere to remind me, like, watch this show.
It was good. I mean, I wasn't, like, super, super into it. But everybody who I was around was like, oh, are you Team Jeremiah? Are you Team Conrad? I'm Team not her.
No, there was teams until you literally asked me about it earlier before we started recording. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's a big one.
I guess I'm Team Jeremiah? Question mark?
What is her name?
I don't know.
Belly?
They call her Belly. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Team anti-her. She's the worst. Conrad and Jeremiah would be so much better off without her in their lives.
But Conrad's also a dick for no reason for most of the series.
Because of her.
Yeah.
Because of her. If Belly wasn't involved, they would be fine. They would have so much better lives, be happy.
But they were stuck growing up with each other. Like, it was just kind of inevitable.
Well, she should not. Go away. Don't come out for the summer. Leave the poor boys alone.
This is why I was also joking and said Team Belly's brother, because he just is non-existent throughout the entire series.
That's true.
Like, quite literally. He's like in the first one, and then that's about it.
That's true. But yeah, you definitely should watch it.
Yes, it's on my list of things to watch. I really want to. And this year, you know, as we said, the Housemaid movie's coming out at the end of this year. We went into that in the Housemaid episode. You can go see that. Same thing with all the Emily Henry upcoming movies and shows. We talked about it. I think it was in Funny Story is what we were when we were talking about all the books.
Yeah, I'm really excited for People We Meet on Vacation, because that's getting the Netflix adaptation.
Yes. I'm so excited for that, because that was my first Emily Henry book.
Me too.
Oh, see? I am really excited for that one. I think it'll be good. And then I don't think we've really talked about it, because we haven't talked about this series at all, but the Fourth Wing series is getting an Amazon series.
I'm excited
I'm excited to see what they do with that. I'm excited and nervous.
Me too. I am worried that it's not gonna be casted correctly.
That's what I'm worried about too, especially Xaden and Riddick in particular.
Okay, hold on, pause for a second. It's a movie, People We Meet on Vacation, and it's gonna stream January 9th, 2026.
Oh my god, it's coming out so soon.
I know. Anyway, back to Fourth Wing. Yeah, I'm really worried that they're not gonna cast it right. Like, and I don't know, like, I know Rebecca Yarros is, like, involved. So
her hands are in this production, which is great.
I think that will help with casting, but I feel like no matter what, people aren't going to be happy with it, even if she is handpicking the people who she is envisioning. But I feel like so many people have, like, their own, like, they've envisioned it their own way, that no matter what, people aren't going to be happy with casting.
Oh, absolutely. You just triggered a thought in my brain. I think she's also getting another movie of one of her other books. The letter one. With the
no! The Last Letter?
I think so.
Or
yeah, I think it's that one. Maybe it's that one. Things We Leave Unfinished. I think I read it somewhere. I don't know how true it is, but I read about that, and I was like, oh no, Sam's gonna be distraught.
I would be...
I haven't read it yet.
Or, okay, wait a minute. I'm seeing one for In the Likely Event that she wrote.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I know it was one of her books that wasn't Fourth Wing, but I just couldn't remember which one, because I haven't read any of her other books that aren't the Fourth Wing series. I have one on my bookshelf. I forget which one it is. I want to say it's The Last Letter that I have on my bookshelf.
In the Likely Event is being adapted into...
Okay, so it is that one.
I haven't read that one.
I knew it
Dang
was one
it,
of them.
You got me hyped up.
I'm sorry. I knew it was one of them. I just couldn't remember which one. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, okay. So that gave me what's the word I'm looking for? A boost to read it.
Oh yeah.
But you know what I mean. My words don't like to work properly anymore. But yeah, so those are some that are getting adaptations. And then there's the ones that have already been adapted into movies, like The Hunger Games and Twilight.
Harry Potter.
I have my thoughts and feelings about Twilight.
It's okay to be wrong, Kylie.
Okay.
It's the best, worst series, okay?
I loved the book series. I loved the books. They were great. However, people are going to come at me for this. I don't like the movies.
Honestly, a lot of people don't.
Okay, actually, I like the very last one.
I really like Eclipse. Eclipse is my favorite. It was also my favorite book, though. I liked how we got to learn more about, like, Jasper and Rosalie and, like, see their stories. That was my favorite. Yeah. What were the movies? A theatrical masterpiece? No. By any means. No. But doesn't the nostalgia and, like, just that time of being alive with midnight releases have a chokehold on my life? Absolutely. Absolutely.
I was forced to go see all those movies with Melissa on her birthday because they always came out every year on her birthday.
They were good. They were so bad, they were good.
Okay.
You know what? Those were, like, our last midnight release movies, so you have to just treasure them for what they are. Because they stopped doing that for...
I'm saying I don't treasure them. I'm just saying I don't like them, and I prefer to leave them in my memory bank that's slowly dwindling away.
That's fair.
But I know it's there.
It's just
but I did like the very last one because it was the most action-packed. It is nostalgia, yes. It is. Yeah. Jasper is my favorite character, so he makes watching the movies
Jasper and Alice are my favorite.
They're the best.
Alice is my favorite.
I love Jasper. Yeah, they're great. But, you know, I guess maybe my beef with it is how much hate Robert Pattinson got after that, because, like, I got introduced to him as Cedric Diggory from Harry Potter, you know? He was great.
4.
Yep. And then he went to Twilight, and then he started dating Kristen Stewart, and she just kind of ruined his life.
And that's what I don't understand, though, how he got blacklisted so bad from Twilight when he had acted in a big film prior. And then, people still blacklisted him, and he went on to do, like, amazing movies. Remember Me was phenomenal. Water for Elephants, amazing. Like,
I've heard he was actually pretty good in the Batman movie where he was Batman.
Oh,
I've heard good
he
things
was
about
amazing as Batman. He was so good at Batman.
I recently saw Mickey 17. He was amazing in Mickey 17. I loved that movie. He was great. And it's like, I don't know why he was the one that got blacklisted. I think it should have been Kristen Stewart, in my opinion, but that's just me.
Yeah, because she can't act.
That's why I don't like the movies. It's because of her.
Yeah,
and she's the main character, and it's like, I can't look away from it. Like, she's bad. And I think that's the main reason why I don't like the movies, because she's left such a bad taste in my mouth with them.
Because she doesn't act. And you're like, why are you biting your lip like that, you fucking weirdo?
You know what team I am? I'm Team Charlie.
I do love Charlie. Poor man, just wanted his daughter around. I don't know why, she's bland as fuck, but he just wanted his kid, and he did everything he could. Yeah. I was never a team Edward or Jacob. I did not like either of them. They both fucking suck.
They both had their toxic traits.
They were so toxic. I was team Jasper and Emmett.
Yeah. Yes.
I had a team Emmett shirt that I wore.
I love that so much. I'm gonna make a Team Charlie shirt.
There probably is one. I love Charlie.
There probably is. But I think I've also just grown to appreciate him as an adult because he's a pretty good looking guy.
Couldn't appreciate it as kids when the movie came out. But
Nah. I was too enamored with Jasper. I still am, to be honest with you. But yeah, there's something about, he's the mystery guy that I just love. It's like, I just want to crack you open, but I know you won't let me.
You open.
And then, so that's my take on Twilight. Then there's the Hunger Games series.
I got beef with those movies.
Yes. This is why I love talking about it. This is why I was saving it for last.
Collins so dirty. They did her so dirty on those first 3 fucking movies. I don't understand. Because, okay, context. I never read nor seen the movies until 2 years ago. I had not read the books in high school.
Hunger Games person. Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm not going to follow that hype. Like, I don't want to Twilight all the way. And so then I owned all the books. And so I finally was like, okay, I'm going to read them. And so I decided after I finish each book, I'm going to watch each movie. The rage that you feel like the first fucking book. They did Rue so dirty in the first movie. Like, you don't even understand why Katniss is so upset that she died. Like, they don't show that relationship at all. And I'm like, you had plenty of time. Why not?
Yes. No, I know. They, this is so I haven't seen the Hunger Games original movies in a long time. I did see, the most recent one I've seen is Songbirds and Snakes, obviously. I actually just rewatched it again not too long ago with Alex. And we watched it right after I read the book because he wanted to see it and so did I. I was like, let me finish the book though. Like, let me finish the book, please. And he was like, okay. So we watched the movie, and everything that they didn't include in the movie that was in the book, I was like, that's actually an important fucking piece of information that they left out of the movie. Like, they left so many characters out of the movie that were in the book that were, like, prominent to the storyline.
But I will say, they did a lot better with that movie than the original trilogy. They kept a lot more details.
I'll take your word for it.
They kept a lot more details in Songbirds and Snakes than they did, because I read Songbirds and Snakes before, right before I read Sunrise on the Reaping, and so I read the book and I immediately watched the movie afterwards, because I watched the movie in theaters because I had to see at least one Hunger Games movie in the theaters since I missed the first three. And so I watched that movie before I read the book. So then I knew what the movie was. So then I read the book and I was like, oh, they didn't put this in the movie. They didn't put this in the movie. But then when I read the book and then watched the movie immediately after, the changes that they made sense for transitioning it to a film adaptation. Because, like, the things that were in the book, I'm like, that would have been a lot harder to put on screen and make the story make sense without having all those other details than it would to do it the way that they did. The original trilogy, however, no. They fucking shit the bed with the first Hunger Games movie. And I don't understand how it got the hype that it fucking got from readers watching it when it came out. Because it was so bad. It was so bad.
I would love to comment, but because it was so long ago, I don't remember.
It just, I don't know. After reading, so I haven't read them, obviously, in like a couple years. And when I watched Songbirds and Snakes, I'm like, well, this is like the first one. Now I'll watch the trilogy. And watching them without immediately finishing the book, I enjoyed them a lot more. Like, did I still know they did Rue dirty and like didn't add all those details in there? Yes. But it was still more enjoyable than reading the book and then immediately watching it.
Yeah. I could get that, yeah. I really want to rewatch and reread the Hunger Games books, especially with Sunrise on the Reaping on the horizon, which I'm excited for that.
Me too.
And Sam and I were talking before we started to record how I would love to have a book for President Snow from after Songbirds and Snakes to right before Sunrise on the Reaping, just to see like how he became the man he became. Like, I don't need to know anything more after Haymitch's year because it's pretty self-explanatory that he just became evil.
Yeah. And I mean, you see it a little bit towards the end of Songbirds and Snakes, but I want to see him and Tigress's fallout. Because when you see like, Tigress in the trilogy, they are completely, like, estranged at that point. And they were so close. And you kind of see it in Songbirds and Snakes, like, their relationship kind of deteriorating, but I want to see, like, what he did to her. Because you know he was shitty to her.
Oh, absolutely. That's why, like, I want to, even if it was just, like, a little novella and nothing super, like, long or anything like that, that'd be great, because it gives us just a little snippet into why he became who he was. It would show us more of the relationship with the doctor.
That's,
you know, and all that. Yeah, exactly. Which, you know, she contributed to a lot of why he is the way he is. But it's like, I want to know what he did to Tigress to make her literally hide under.
Right? Well, and like, I feel like in the book, I feel like in the movie, it made you like him more. Like, you could understand why people liked him, but then in the book, you're reading it from his, like, internal monologue, so you're like, no! You're a piece of shit this whole fucking time! But the movie, you're seeing it more from, like, an outside person looking at it.
Well, and then also, well, yes, and in the book, too, there are moments when you're like, oh, he could totally redeem himself right here. If he just redeemed himself right at this moment, he wouldn't be what he was in the Hunger Games. But then he goes back to, like, it's like the evil calls him, you know?
Yeah.
It's like the bad side of Harry Potter that was drawn to the evil, that's him.
Yeah, and I feel like he's just so, like, the power, like, his power hungriness and getting, like, his money back and having that, like, being that class of person in society is his top priority, and that's what keeps him going back to that greed and that hunger for power, is where you see that flip in his like humanity almost.
Yes, exactly. So like I would just love another book just based on him a little bit more, just to see, it'd be great. Because I think it would also highlight some of the other Hunger Games that you hear about in the original 3.
Yeah, especially and how bad they were.
Yeah, especially when they do the quarter quell.
Yeah.
When they have all these old people coming in, like what's her name?
Mag.
She was in Sunrise on the Reaping. Yes, thank you. Her. But yeah. So those are just some of my adaptations that I wanted to touch a little bit of base on.
Yeah, and those are like the good main ones. I feel like there's just so many that we could sit here and talk literally all day.
That is why I did not put Harry Potter on that list, because there's so many of those books and movies that it would take a whole episode to digest that.
Yeah. And the problem is, like, I don't remember the Harry Potter books that well.
That's me too. That's also why I didn't put it on the list, because I was like, it's been so long since I've read the Harry Potter books that I couldn't even begin to like compare them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me either.
And at least with Hunger Games, Songbirds and Snakes and Sunrise on the Reaping are very fresh in my brain. Yes, there's no book or there's no movie for Sunrise on the Reaping yet, but I'm excited.
I'm excited. And the casting. Oh my gosh. I think whoever is doing the casting for this needs to do the casting for literally everything else. Because the people they have gotten, it's insane. I mean, granted, like, we already had the people to kind of view off of from the original Hunger Games trilogy, but just who they got for Haymitch and Effie and Wyatt and like everyone, Mags, Snow, it's perfect. And even connecting like the guy that they got for Snow, like you have to kind of compare it between the actor they got for Ballads of Songbirds and Snake and for the actor for Hunger Games and find a good middle. Yeah. And they did an amazing job. And the actor that they picked, friggin' Voldemort, man.
That's who they picked? Oh my god, that is so perfect.
He plays the perfect villain. He also plays like all like the evil Nazi people. Like,
hey, he's also really good in Made in Manhattan.
Oh my god, he is in that.
Yeah, that blew my mind when I figured out he was Voldemort. I was like, him? What?
Yep.
But yeah, so those, do you have any other series or movies you wanted to touch base on?
There's a lot, but we've already gone for so long already.
I know. That we can make so another episode about this, because there's so many more that I would love to talk about. We just need to, have another episode for it, because we don't want to make it too long for you guys. Like, come on.
We know that there's a stopping point where you're like, okay, quit talking. Sick of hearing you.
Yeah. I listen to many podcasts, and some of them go on for 2 hours, which is great, but sometimes I'm like, man, there's another story to talk about? Jesus.
Yeah, but I definitely think we need to figure out a book that we'll both read.
Yes.
To talk about. So maybe we'll put a poll over on our Instagram with a few books that you can help us pick what to read. Because I know, like, we both have Caught Up, which is book 2 in the Lights Out series. What's another one we have? Oh, The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like there's one more. We'll pick one more and put on there. And then go vote.
Is one more.
Go vote on our poll on our Instagram and help us pick the next book for an episode. Because, I mean, definitely we're going to have to do a Lights Out episode if we're going to read the second book. But
yeah, we've been meaning to do Lights Out for a while. Like I said, though, or like both of us have said, we've both been in a reading slump, and talking about a book hasn't exactly been something we've been eager to do either.
No, every time we're like, do we have to talk about a book? Can we talk about literally anything else?
Yeah. And so we're trying to keep it book related, but we also want to mix it up for you guys too, so you're not just always listening to like our very detailed book reviews. But yeah, so we're starting to do some changes, little change ups here and there.
Yeah. And I think I can't wait for like the coming episodes we have. Like, we're going to talk about books like we were talking about earlier. Like, oh, is it better to get books from the library or buy your own books? Or how we decide that, and what books we decide that we want to put on our TBR, and things like that, to kind of also help give you, like, if you are, I feel like getting into reading now feels so intimidating when like you have like the Goodreads goals and like the book journals and all those things and how we decide what we want to do and when we want to do it. Because I feel like sometimes when you focus so much on that, it makes you not want to do it. And reading is supposed to be fun. And book club. I feel like book clubs also like put that pressure on like, oh, you have to read by this certain date and things like that.
Oh yeah. And I'm somebody that like I don't do well under pressure like that. Like if you tell me I have to be yeah, that's why I get so intimidated by certain arc reads, because I'm like, I can't read that fast. Like what if I have shit going on that day, or like what if I'm not feeling good or something and I can't read that day, you know, some of those things. That's what goes through my mind, so I panic and it's all downhill from there.
Yeah, I just recently joined a book club, and like it's not one with my friends, where it's normally like if I have ever done a book club before, it's been with my friends and we're like, whatever, we didn't read, like let's just all sit and read together or not. No, this is like a legit book club, and they're like, okay, we're gonna read 10 chapters, and I'm like, 10 chapters of Quicksilver? Like this is a hefty fucking book. How big are the chapters?
Oh, like, Quicksilver, that's the one you wanted me to read with you.
Yeah, because I'm being forced to book club it with me, be an unofficial member of this book club. But then they're like, oh, read the 10 chapters, but they didn't tell me like when I need to read them by. So now I'm like, well, I can wait. I don't need to read them right now because we don't have a date. But I have a feeling like this book club is not going to be successful for me.
That's okay. You gotta find the ones that work for you, you know?
It's fine.
You see, that could also be another episode, is like book clubs and how to choose them. Well, yeah, so I think I'm going to wrap this one up on this episode of, you know, upcoming book releases that we're excited about and some book to TV adaptations that are coming out and that have came out. And yeah, we'll definitely touch more base onto that because like we said, we have plenty more that we'd love to talk about. We just don't have all the time in the world for this episode.
Yeah, it's already gotten pretty lengthy, but thanks for tuning in to another episode, and be sure to like and follow us on TikTok and Instagram, and like and subscribe on our YouTube channel.
Yes, I have added some very fun little intros and outros for YouTube, so it's more entertaining to watch.
Yes, this has been a whole new learning experience for both of us.
And I am not very tech savvy, so you get what you get with me.
I'm doing my best. But that's all for this week's episode of Two Peas Potting. Until next time, we'll be potting through life, one book at a time. Or not if we're still in our reading slump.
Hoping to get out of that.
Actively working to get out of it. But have a great day, and I hope you enjoy this episode.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.